All right, we made it through another work week.
It's the weekend.
All right, and that means it's time for us to go out and have some fun. This week, guess where we're going to be at?
Salem.
That's right. So we're going to go out and check out all the movie sets that we can find anyways from Hocus Pocus, because it is October, and October in Salem, there's no other place better to be in New England.
On 4 Ocean Ave in Salem, and as you can see, the house really looks pretty much the same as it did in the Hocus Pocus film.
In the beginning of the movie, you would see Max, would be coming down here on his bike and then go right into the driveway. They got a great view here, and remember, this is private property, so please do not go on their property. And this is the view from their house, which is really, really gorgeous. All right, so here we are at Salem Pioneer Village, which is right down the street from Max and Danny's house, which we just showed you. Now, right here is the opening scene where Zachary Binks comes up. He runs right past the ducks. He runs right past this part right here. And you can tell by our Columbo-like researches that these are the 2 trees. And I believe he's on the other side of these trees.
I think so.
And he's coming right along. They did have a fence that used to be right here.
Yeah.
But he does come walking right down here and off into where the ducks currently are.
Shush, ducks!
Okay. Bunch of ducks having fun over here. But this is the spot where...
They're laughing at you. They're like, you're right.
Okay. This is a spot where Thackeray sent his friend to go get his father and the governor to go find the Sandersons.
Come on! No time to waste! Come on! No time to waste! I forget what he was saying in the movie. I really have to go back. Not that I haven't seen it a gajillion times, but...
But anyways, this was the path that he was running down. Oh, nope.
Look what I found!
Oh.
I can run amok!
Okay, so we're inside one of the houses here in Salem Village, and Donna was like, oh wow, you know, this is pretty creepy, and you know what's really creepy? How about this voodoo doll with all the pins on it?
What? Stop it. Is there
really? I don't know if you can see. So there's a voodoo doll, and his head came off somewhere, but he's got all pins in him, which is kind of creepy.
It's a book. What's this? It's creepy. Is it a Bible? But if thou hast turned from thine husband, and for art defiled, and from man hath lean with the bidifids, thine husband. Well, you just can't cheat on thy husband.
I'd say light the candle, but
yeah, right.
We need a virgin.
You're not gonna find one around here. That's right? There's your food pot. What is it? Oh my God! What is that?
Corn husk doll.
Corn husk doll, hanging.
And what?
I don't know if it was good. Husband.
Is that what it's called?
This weighs only by
Ye old bounce. Fabric softener.
Greetings from Salem. This is what happens when you do something against thy husband.
That's right.
You end up in the this.
That's right, in the this.
In this.
It's not a
contraption.
In the this.
This wooden holder of women.
So I guess people would just sit around here and just like, hey, how's it going?
They just tease you.
How's it going?
They mock you for looking ridiculous and doing something against thy husband.
Have you seen Thackeray Binks?
There's a squirrel over there.
There's a squirrel over there?
It's coming.
There's a spider over there.
No, what? Ah.
All right, so we're going to take a little break right now. We're going to go and get a bite to eat. So what do you feel like having?
We're heading to Bit Bar.
You want to go to Bit Bar?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to head to a place called Bit Bar. And here we have the Bit Bar, which was actually, it used to be the old Salem jail. So we're actually gonna eat in a place that used to be a jail. But here we are, the Bit Bar. Let's check it out. So looking at some of these drinks, they're pretty cool. You got the Princess Peach, the Kappa Collins, the Donkey Kang instead of Donkey Kong, which is kind of funny. Puka, Eastus, Ecto Chaser. That actually looks kind of interesting. Must be like a Ghostbusters. Ghost Eater, Harvest Moon, Sands of Time, Pinky and Clyde, obviously from Pac-Man. The Q*bert drink is kind of funny, so I wonder how you would order that. You know,
Q*bert drink.
Look, see? So that's kind of cool. Tingle Teeny, Miss Pac-Man, and this is actually the menu right here as well, since we're on. So what I ended up getting was just the basic Bit Burger, and Donna ended up getting
The walking tacos.
the walking. Where is that? The walking
Smoked mango
tacos.
chicken.
Like I said, this used to be a jail, so you still see some of the jail bars, you know, for the doors, the cell doors. It's kind of cool. And I got the plain Bit Burger, which is, that's all I like. Just nice, plain and simple.
Yummy.
All right, so we just left the Bit Bar. I forgot to take a picture of how much it cost. It was a little more than $27 for both of our orders, which isn't that bad, but
It was bar food.
yeah, exactly. That's the best way to describe it. It's bar food.
And for the kitsch, that it's like all the old arcade games, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of cool drinks and stuff like that, but we don't drink, so
And even then, we asked for a Coca-Cola, and they're like, well, it's not really Coca-Cola, and it's not Pepsi. It's kind of our own brand of cola, which kind of like fizzy.
but it didn't taste like Moxie, so
No. But let's continue our Hocus Pocus adventure in Salem.
here we have the location of the Town Hall Halloween party, and you'll remember that famous scene where Winifred is singing "I Put a Spell on You." And also, the one that I love, the mom with her cone Madonna boobs, and like the daughter Danny was like thinking she's crazy, like all of our daughters do. So that was a pretty funny scene. And there you have it.
And there was also a car. You remember the scene? There was a car parked right here. I think a tree over
Light
here.
post, yeah.
And this is
We'll
right
put
off
the
of.
picture in.
This is the old. Yeah, we'll put a picture in. But this is the old town hall, and it's right off of Essex Street. Now to our next stop.
Now we're at the Ropes Mansion on 316 Essex Street in Salem, where Allison's house was in the movie.
Yeah, in the movie, the door was open. We had haystacks on each side. Each of these poles had light inserted on it as well. So the lights were like right here, and here, and here, and on this one. And we had the haystacks here with the 3 giant pumpkins, I believe, on each side. And when you went inside, it was all, they were all having like an 1800s, 1700s Victorian era party, if not earlier.
Which I thought was super cool, but Allison was not impressed.
Nope.
She chose to go out with Danny and Max instead and go trick-or-treating and go and try and find the witches, the Sanderson sisters.
And that once again is on Essex Street. And
Foolish witches. Winifred, Mary, and Sarah Sanderson go in there to dance with the evil one. Only to find that when they come out that their plumes have been purloined by the kids of Salem, Massachusetts. We want you to know we take umbrage with that statement. We gotta make improvements here in Salem, all right?
So, tour guide, not
No.
so much. He
Nope.
was saying that that was where like the devil's house was.
Nope.
But that was actually a prop house, not this
Yeah.
one at all. Sorry, Salem tour
Yeah,
guide.
the devil was actually Penny Marshall's brother, and Penny Marshall actually played the husband, and that was
Played the
that was
wife.
not this house. This house was Allison's. So good try, but you know.
Close but no cigars.
So to the tour guide, all we have to say is wah wah wah. Okay, so right behind me we have Max and Allison's school. So this is actually the exact spot where the Sanderson sisters were crossing the street when they were looking for them in the school. Max tricked them into going into the furnace, and then they went straight out through. They went straight out through the top. You would see the green smoke come out, and then they actually came back down and then busted out of the furnace, and that's what you have. You ready?
Okay, so right now I'm in the Commons, and this is the another shot of the school behind me. And this is the scene that Allison slips Max back his own phone number. So obviously it's being blocked by some trees because it's still early in the season. It's only October 1st. You'll be able to see the school a little bit better in the movie.
But what we'll do is we'll slip in a picture right here of the scene that Dawn is talking about. But it actually did happen right here where Max slipped Allison back his own phone number, which was her little prank on him.
Trick or treat.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the crypt that Jay and Ice, aka Ernie, jumped out and scared Max, and they were taunting him. They took his sneakers. So we actually have it at the wrong angle. So you have the tree in the background that you can see in back of Ice, but we kind of got the wrong angle there. But you can see the rocks, and of course the tree was a lot smaller then. The gazebo looked different, but that's the spot that they jumped out of. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Salem or Massachusetts in Halloween time, the first weekend of every October, they do a zombie walk, which is a lot of fun. So basically a bunch of us get dressed up like zombies and we march through Salem. It's a lot of fun, and some of the local like businesses and stuff like this, the lobster shanty will give out brains.
Brains on a biscuit.
Edible brains. It's really funny. So yeah, definitely go on Facebook, check them out. Salem Zombie Walk. It's sponsored by Dark Salem, D-A-R-Q. Yeah, so definitely check them out. And if you're in the area, you want to come be a zombie, come be a zombie. If you want to just be a spectator, come be a spectator. It's a lot of fun.
And everyone meets at Collins Cove. It's the very first Saturday of October.
Yep. Around 3:30, everybody meets up.
Try and get there about an hour early because it's usually hard to find a place to park. But if you guys like what you see, hit the subscribe button, and every weekend we're going to try and bring you something from around New England, from around the Boston area.
Until last weekend of this month, we can finally say
Yep,
it.
this
and we're
month.
going to Orlando.
And we're going to do Halloween Horror Nights at Universal, and on Halloween itself, we will be at the Magic Kingdom. So if you guys see us, come up to us, say hi. I'll be dressed as Jack. Obviously, I love Jack.
Sally.
And Donna will be Sally. But until
More like Sally's like older sister,
No.
though.
But until next week, this is Swifty and Donna, and we'll see you next
Have
week.
a good week.